hell we are talking about.
Counter
In fairness, might be a lot of you. Well, I mean, people assume, right, that CSGO is like mostly a young crowd, but it's fairly evenly split between like 18 to 34, 17.
Yeah, because we have the old viewers from like the 1.6 days who stick around who still love.
Yeah, so it's like there are 3 significant chunks where the age group is shared from like I'd say 17 to 40. So you'd be surprised, people. You'd be very surprised. If you know what I'm talking about with this Flash Gordon scene, then send me a tweet. I would appreciate it. It's nice to know that someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Luminosity, where are they going? Are they going for a connector play? Because Cutler's making his way in, and the bomb's been lost at the back, but there is a player on the high ground. This is very interesting stuff.
That was kind of a cool T-pist round as well. One flashbang to set up the firing squad in the lower ramp, and they were just hoping someone would overcommit to that fight. Even against Glocks at that range, 3 Glocks firing is quite powerful, and I think now this flank from FNS needs to have a big impact. And actually, they're still being aggressive. Ethan's trying to find his way, but they're wrapping around him. There's one, and he almost adjusts onto the second. But that's going to be the pistol for Luminosity.
That was a curious pistol round. I feel like I've seen on train 2 European teams run through B and try to make it to connector. I think in the last week I saw that, but I don't recall what team.
What usually happens is like either a Molotov there so they can push up and get aggressive. I don't know if it's the most intelligent, at least with a bomb, to run and try and do the connector play, but sometimes it's a smoke and they pop flash into it. But usually there's like some section of the attack that is used to get aggressive towards that connector. We saw what train earlier was Glaive who did it from the other side, right? Who came out like ladder and lurked his way all the way into Z connector, which is or Zcon, which is really cool.
Luminosity winning the pistol. They have the buy. They've opted for weapons over utility for the most part. They've got no more Molotovs. They've got 5 smoke grenades. The problem with the smokes, though, is that the CTs can, if they execute A, the CTs can play behind them, and then if Luminosity don't have enough time on the clock, the CTs can try to push through those smokes and thwart a bomb plant attempt. So I'm very curious as to what Luminosity's approach is. And Train is the map where Luminosity were notoriously slow on the T side and often achieved not much of anything from start to finish. So it is the one where we have a keener eye on their approach. That's one player down, and they start to move in, and it will be potentially a 3-way split of the A side. So maybe that will make up for their lack of utility.
Yeah, and this investment from CLG is not going well. They do have a kill. They can find PKL. They can find a kill there if they're able to spot him out. There's a nice shot from the Deagle. Showtime walks right into it. And Ethan has a Galil, and I think the idea there is just save it, and especially now with the AK-47 on Cutler. That's actually, these are really good finds. Save these guns. Don't even go for this. Bring him into the next round, and maybe you can have Cutler, maybe you can have Ethan initiate some kind of contact or find a way to get a pick or two.
Those SK stickers are kind of cool as well. I don't know which ones they are, though.
I've never seen this skin. The Rocket Pop?
Yeah. It's not... I use the one that's just plain white. I don't even know what it's called. Okay. And it's... My name tag for the Galil is no money for AK. And the name tag for my FAMAS is no money for M4. So I feel like
it's
that's
very informative name tag.
Yeah, yeah, it is, yeah.
I always think... I've always wondered if it would be worth it to like get really good with the Galil or like FAMAS if you just like deathmatched like your life away with those guns and got really good at them. Would it be better than using a pistol? Like if you can't afford like an AK-47, what if you could just get like a Galil and then all of a sudden you're amazing with it?
I think you'd get more mileage out of practicing the Galil than the FAMAS. Maybe it's because of the armor penetration, but FAMAS I don't have as much faith in. I used to think I was pretty good at that, but well, I've seen a start. The round's over already. The round is over.
Yeah.
So we missed that one.
There's a chance. Couldn't get enough done with the rifles early enough at CLG. Even though Cutler does get that double spray down, just had to have been some of the earlier kills. Unfortunately, not going to happen whatsoever. And now it is going to be 3-0 for LG. And even though Kusta spent around with just a USP, it is not so much going to work. He's not going to be able to have the AWP. He goes for the M4, he goes for utility. There's 2 kits as well.
All right. 2 players going towards the Ivy position for Luminosity, where they will find, I think, FNS waiting for them with open arms and open barrel on his gun.
The tough part is he's the Ivy player, right? And he's got no utility. Like that's really, really dangerous that CLG doesn't have a player who can kind of delay any kind of Ivy hit. And LG's not pressing the issue right now, which is fortunate for CLG, but when they do start, like they're going to have a lot of freedom over there.
Cutler's making his way towards Ivy. He's got full grenades, pretty much. So he could drop a smoke in that position. But he's not really making any use of his utility for the time being. Could drop a flashbang in there as well. You may need to, but he might not feel like he's got the time. Now that FNS is going for it, so yeah, no flashes, no smoke used by Cutler there. Maybe he can help his teammate. He will choose to stand and fight. Only good for the 1 kill though, which gives the T's a man advantage, which does not last very long. Kusta with a very important second kill, and he and Ethan will clean up. That's a very good point about the utility there.
Yeah, you would like to have them have their spots switched, right? Because when you're on top of the train, you're pretty much in a situation where you just stand and fight. So that's where you want your guy with no utility. And Cutler, with all those nades, like if he feels that pressure, he can fall back a little bit, he can flash, he can drop a Molotov, he can do something to get back into an angle where he can be effective. FNS just really had no options outside of giving up.
Definitely valuable points for them to pick up on.
Maybe you should be a coach, Jason. When you do it, when you do it.
There's way too much stress. I've actually tried to, even just as recent as this year, but not like a full-time thing. If FNS is going to get baited into a peak, that's a nice pick. I think it'd be cool to coach a team for 2 weeks, and obviously that's a luxury. That's kind of a, you know, most teams wouldn't go for that, but
that's actually awesome. That's like the best case scenario for you.
Yeah.
It's like I can coach you for 2 weeks. I have no stress. I'll tell you what to do. And you figure it out.
Well, the nice thing is, like, if you're a coach for 2 weeks, it doesn't matter if they want to take your advice. It doesn't matter if they like you either.
But
so you can just say whatever you want. You
Nice.
can just be like, listen, you're an idiot.
Well, Luminosity have an issue here. Look how... Oh my god! Oh, I really wanted him to go and kill all of them. Oh, he's going to do it anyway! Oh dear.
That was awkward. But good. For okay, at least.
That whole sequence was very uncomfortable, wasn't it?
I was there was clenching.
That looks so weird. So weird. Funnily enough, though, they could still win this round. The bomb can be collected. There are 30 seconds, and Neckers only has a deagle towards the Pop Dog position. But there's only one person on A because there's a rotation coming into Pop Dog, apparently. So maybe, just maybe, this can be done. Neckers makes his way beyond the choke point. But there's Ethan coming in from the back, and that will, after all, be the round. Okay, so the thing from Flash Gordon, very quickly, was called the Wood Monster. The Wood Monster, which production have found for us. Thank you very much. So I'm going to... Oh, sorry, the Wood Beast.
The Wood Beast.
Yeah, so I'm going to tweet the clip, the Wood Beast, from Flash Gordon. It's awesome.
I'm going to watch that during the break. I'm very intrigued. Bunch of sweaty dudes playing with the Wood Monster. This keeps getting better and better.
Why be a monster when you can be a beast?
Opening pick from Cutler. There's someone, yeah. Cello's got here somehow. Fortunately, I don't think he can really do a whole lot unless CLG gets aggressive, but he has somehow gotten here. And still, we haven't seen an AWP on the CT side, and yeah, Cello just feels like he has to press the issue. Not really a whole lot they could do. No utility. There's not even any deagle, so you can't really rely on anything to get picks. FNS should be able to build up some bank as he kind of crawls up the ladder and hops off. And he's even spotted the last one, so it's going to be all tied up.
But you're wrong, James. No one's getting their arms bitten off.
I didn't say bitten off. I said bitten.
But you made it sound like the arm was going to get bitten off, like they put their arm inside of a lion or a crocodile or something.
No, I said it was a plant thing, not like a Venus flytrap. You must be thinking like Venus flytrap.
Yeah, but you go. Yeah, but it's the kind
I never
of
said
the way.
off. I just said bitten.
But when you were describing it, it kind of sounded like.
I was thinking Venus flytrap as well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Well, it's better. It's sexier than that.
Ooh, hello.
Flash Gordon is awesome. It's terrible.
Is that the guy with the eye patch?
No. He's
there like a British show
this
that's like that
hunky
as well?
blonde man. It has Brian Blessed in it.
He's talking about Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
No.
Oh dear lord.
There's some like retro remake of like a British show that's on Netflix.
Well, there is a breaking open of the IV position from Luminosity, who sent 3 people there to survive. I think the bomb has been spotted by the CTs. They've got 2 around the connector, 1 above, 1 in front. Ethan somehow wins that duel. That should have been Yell all day. 3 on 3. Still 2 CTs in the B bomb site, so maybe they didn't see the bomb after all.
Those 2 came up late from Ivy. Oh, Ricky, that's unfortunate. You thought he maybe could have adjusted because showtime is so low. I was going to say, Luminosity is going to start loving this. Even if they don't win this round, which it looks like they're in really good position to do so, they're finding a lot of space and a lot of success towards Ivy. So I expect them to be abusing this throughout the rest of the half.
It is a problem too. I think it was Launders who he said, you know, win Ivy and you win Train. You know, just sort of alluding to how impactful it can be to take or pressure CT position away from Ivy, because it opens up the Train, the A-bomb site so much.
I mean, it adds that 3rd avenue of attack, right? And you could even consider maybe it opens up a 4th if you can wrap all the way around to like old bomb area.
Yeah.
But also it's just the variety of different ways in which you can abuse it. You can have a lot of presence there and work your way up and do like, you know, a smoke execute. You can just put 1 person to lurk there and he can be an aggressive lurk. You can use an AWP. There's a lot of different ways to punish that defense. Before maybe dropping Cobblestone, like I always thought that Ivy was like, especially in 1.6, Ivy was like one of the most difficult spots to play on the defense in all of Counter-Strike.
It's really brutal, but that's a good way to kick things off. Ooh, there's definitely a world where he gets that kill, and back for another chance, and it's going to be his life taken by Showtime. 4 versus 4. Great position for Luminosity, though, to be able to win that fight. Because now Showtime actually has the ability to keep harassing or just keep presence alive whilst the team goes towards the other side of the map.
There's a lot to do. There is a flash, but he'll take down Cello, who wasn't flashed. And Nekkers somehow manages to run into the angle and trade. 3 on 3. Showtime has rotated and holds the high ground around the ladder room where Ricky is headed with the AWP. That's going to be a really awkward engagement for the CT side. Or is it? Showtime backing off, and oh my god, okay. I don't know if he just about saw the barrel of the gun, but surely, oh dear. Such a fast shot from Ricky. Now he can run distraction. They've got a man advantage, the CT side. PKL moving towards the connector position. FNS pops out, but he ends up running distraction. That bomb is ticking though, and Cutler's the only man with a kit. Is he close enough to defuse the bomb? He is. Holding a smoke, but everyone's dead. CLG will tie the score again.
I don't know how Ricky made that flank work up ladder with an AWP. That's absolutely insane. Good round overall, but yeah, that death from Kusta towards Ivy, that almost kind of sealed the round for the favor of LG, just because that denied anyone from rotating back. That's a brilliant timing on that inner hit. It's not for Ethan doing a great stall job. I mean, that pop flash he does, bouncing it off the bomb train. He even kills someone who's not blind, but you know, it takes him so long to clear him out of that position that it allows the rotation to fit.
Now a very fast one from Luminosity, trying to barrel down on this A site ever so quickly. 1-for-1 is definitely not a horrible position to be in, but there is a flank coming out from Ali, and it's almost in T main, so the fact that Luminosity has slowed down to this degree really sets up Finesse to shut down the round, but the bomb has found its way onto a plant position, and now it's down to both flanking spots to actually accomplish something, and surely Luminosity will be looking for this. 3 players left against just Ethan, but they are low.
If he could just identify where these players are. He has grenades, but he has to guess. That's another kill, but surely that smoke isn't covering enough for him to manage a defuse, but he'll try anyway. And he may have even been showing, unfortunately for him, 5-4. That's a reset of the CLG money, and on a CT side, that isn't what you want.
I was just like looking at both sides. I'm like, wait, no one has money.
Yeah.
Someone must have run around and won money, right? So where is the money? But it's obviously Luminosity, they lost like everybody but 1 player, and their money was already terrible. So
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation. That round's a little heartbreaking for CLG just because they needed those flanks to come to fruition. They just took far too long. Cutler held out inside the bomb site as long as he could, but he was the only one there. Like, Kusta was playing like inside Ivy with the AWP. Cutler was at the bomb train. One was flanking above ladder. One was flanking around T mid, and it's just too much for Cutler to do. Luminosity, maybe if that just takes like 5 seconds longer to take that bomb site, then maybe they don't even win that round. So it's timing for them to hit. Yeah, I mean, this has been a brutal sequence for the economy of CLG. More Ivy pressure from Luminosity. This time there's 3 players here from CLG. They do have a flashbang. Cutler's holding it out. There it is right now. That's the Anders flash, and actually Yell is completely blind. That's really, really nice. And how much more do they want to pressure? God bless. Showtime stops the bleeding.
What's better, Anders flash or Bardov Molotov?
I haven't seen the Bardov Molotov yet. That is like a pretty sick flashbang to use though, because you can't see it coming as the terror side. As we could see from this POV.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Wipeouts. There they go. So it's the next attempt from CLG. Anti-eco frags. So we can see a limited utility for the CT side. They've only got 3 smoke grenades. On CT side of train, that kind of sucks. Luminosity are well equipped. There isn't even much to offer in terms of early HEs, incendiaries for the CT side. 4 people deep in the A site. And Ethan will be playing from the back of B. So CLG will line wait. They'll try and hold on to their smokes for as long as they can. Cutler again with a smoke. Cutler and Kusta. Both on the A site. And they wait.
I mean, this is pretty cool from LG. This is something we didn't really see on Inferno, is them like applying any pressure or trying to like find a kill or find a pick or force someone out of position until the execute came. But this time, I mean, some nades out mid. They even like exited mid, see if they could find anyone out in the open. I mean, it's minimal, but I mean, at least it's there, I guess, is the cool part of it. And they still have so much utility.
Time is running low though, and now it's time to go in. Kusta able to get some good damage off already as push is arriving into the A site, but frags going away with Luminosity, but it might not be the case for long here. Ethan arrives onto the scene with a quick and tiny double as Finesse is also able to post the defense here, but he's now the last man. And the bomb needs to go down straight away. Pretty smart positioning to go up the ladder here as, oh, even smarter still, Nekis. I'm not sure if he got the info there. It looks like he must have done. Realizes Finesse is behind him. Ooh. Going for the drop of the bomb in a very exposed position. And he may have really screwed Finesse here because he can be anywhere. Does he realize though? Keep the gun out. Ah, there it is. Good round from Nekis. Nice play off the plant.
Yeah, that's a sick call from Nekis. That split second to look at the clock and say you're running out of time and just to book it. The Molotov as well to stop FNS. If you didn't have the Molotov, you wouldn't have been able to do that, because FNS would have been able to at least chase him at some kind of a distance, either slow him down or kill him while he's planning. But that is so nice, because you think as well when FNS goes to the ladder, I thought that was a really smart play at the time, just because you have such a clever angle. I doubt he expects that in that kind of a position. Unfortunate. And now push right into the waiting arms of Showtime. He's loving these eco kills, but not so much maybe perhaps this round.
Yeah, the bomb will be quickly collected, but obviously there was a frag there and they saw 2 players. So, you know, that's usually very comforting, because it means that you can just go, oh, we'll just go wherever that is not that position, and we will have by far superior numbers. We can't possibly be running into a stack. And you can see them following up onto the B-bomb site very quickly there with that. So yeah, round is pretty much over at this point. Unless Cutler gets some crazy 1-deeks, which appears unlikely. He's already got 2 kills though. So already applying some damage, but yeah, Jason, I think you predicted what, 16-11 for CLG?
Listen, I've got him right where I want him. This is all according to plan at the moment. I'm not sweating whatsoever.
Perspiration team.
Although if it does turn into an 11-4 half, I think that is where I...
So we draw the line.
Yeah, that might be worrying.
Yeah.
No sniper on CLG. That's going to hurt. Yell. See if he can have an explosive finish to this game. Ooh, no connection made there. CT's on the high, CT's on the low. And it seems they're going to make a fast play into the A bomb site based on this. Charging through the smoke, has Kusa been spotted on the site?
Oh, wow. Surprised Nekers didn't pick that one up. Cutler able to trade off Showtime too, puts the T's in a poor position. Although, can get the bomb planted there, and they do have control of the Ivy positions. So he does have safety to plant towards Ivy. Yell making it even safer still. More encouragement for Yell to actually go for the bomb plant, but they realize that they have so much time, and at this point, perhaps they could catch someone. But intelligently, CLG not pushing too aggressively here.
Yeah, this like mid-round pause patience from LG has burned CLG a number of times, and here it's looking really, really impactful as well. Bomb is still at the site. They're allowing, I mean, the double edge of this patience is allowing Ricky to get in a position to have a big flank in T mid. And he's got to be the one to peek, although Ethan is going to find an angle for a free kill right there, and now that makes Ricky's position even more powerful. He's even been hurt out. Peek out, he's an instant headshot, and it's not going to happen.
Key round for CLG, just when Luminosity were looking to run away with things. That'll be an expensive round for Luminosity, but the bomb plant will allow them to buy again. Nekers will be short, but everybody else is more or less good in the hood. They may be short on grenades as well on some players, but this is definitely a buy situation. It's the second last round of the first half. 8-5, they can make it even better. They go for a fast play. The Olds whipped out AWP. They get 4 AKs out. So everyone's got guns. Let's see what he chooses. Maybe because of the previous round, he will focus on the upper area as opposed to going for an early pick down below. Now he's got some cover. He will, well, apparently look at both.
Ethan in that critical position where you just don't want to die instantly. You'd much rather survive and get no kills and let a bomb go down than die instantaneously and allow the T's to stop your team rotating through connector. And Luminosity are taking it pretty slow at the moment, so...
Yeah, not a lot of pressure on the other side of the map as well, so CLG is able to keep 2 people here for quite some time. And actually an aggressive stance at the outer train yard, feeling absolutely no pressure. All 5 players are here for Luminosity, so they're pretty much committed to the inner hit at this point. The question is when it comes in, how quick are people going to be to rotate, how many are going to flank, and there's the first sign of smokes.
Yeah, Ricky's making his way to the ladder room already. Maybe he'll have a teammate in tow, although he might be going to connector as well instead. I mean, Ethan is everywhere, trying to do as much damage as possible, moving forward towards a potential bomb plant, but Showtime is making inroads. Now he is positioned though. That's a great snap. Looking for a second one. He does have the bomb as well. There's FNS. Knows one's above him, but Kusta will land an awkward shot. And CLG get round number 6.
I enjoyed Ethan's play a lot there. I think, you know, the way, obviously he missed the first fight, but he realizes like the most important thing is stopping that first guy gaining a lot of grounds for the T's. You hear it, this frag here. So immediately shuts down the forward play, contains the push just to the actual bomb train itself.
Also knowing that player was going to have an angle to kill his teammate Cutler at the upper ramp as well, so getting back and preventing that damage from being in. Now Cutler dies immediately afterwards, so I mean the result is the same, but yeah, exactly. Preventing them from getting up to the train lanes, preventing them from cutting off any of the rotations is quite nice. Recovering for a missed opening salvo.
Absolutely. Although that's not a good start. The Tech 9, not a frequent occurrence these days, but it will be good for a kill in this round. A 3-3 actually, not for too much longer though. And the bomb is down in the middle of nowhere. Good luck, Yell. And a 1 versus 3, definitely winnable rounds. But from that spot, with Ricky already in position, it's going to be tough. And indeed, 8-7 for Luminosity is the first half score. And I guess both teams can be happy with this. Somewhat of a resurgence of CLG at the end, and a good score overall for Luminosity.
16-11, here we come.
Well, I guess we'll see. That pistol round's going to be pretty huge.
What do they go with? That's okay. So 2 members of utility, 3 Glocks with armor. That's pretty cool. 5 USP armor for Luminosity. Pretty content to just take those ranged battles. That means if there is a plant, that could get quite dangerous depending on the timing.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
What are they going for here? Ah, wow. Cello hitting every single bullet there onto Ethan. No escape for him.
That's 3 players that were pushing up for Luminosity towards ladder room as well. I don't think the plans changed, though, from CLG. I think they're just going to do it in a 4-on-5.
I think that was 6 bullets you fired there, which is likely the average versus Kevlar, depending on where the bullets are going. 3 players around connector for Luminosity, looking for a bomb site defense and or a quick rotation.
Do they just smoke up the same spot?
I'm not sure, but it's just not going well for CLG. And where is the bomb headed? Is it going into the B bomb site? Yeah, I think it is, because Rikke has made that information play, and all of Luminosity are on A, and they're still on A. They're being entertained by Kuster and Kuster alone. And now maybe they realize that the jig is up. Showtime 180ing to take Rikke down. That should have been a free kill for him. The side clutch just about lands. Very patient play from FNS with the Glock. How much more can he do? Not much. Too many players. He's surrounded.
The problem I have with this pistol round is that, I mean, I'm a believer on this map, especially with the close score, that you want to just guarantee the bomb plant, and you don't mind, as a tease, too much if you lose a round. Obviously, it sucks to lose a round. You're never playing to lose a round, but playing to get the bomb down is really awesome, because it means that you can get the AKs out really quickly.
Yeah.
And third round AKs on a map like this are really powerful, because the CTs can't really have AWPs just yet, and they can't really have better firepower than you. So it's the only sacrifice is grenades, but there's ways around that.
I'm just kind of confused the leisurely pace at which Ethan tried to get down that ladder, because that was pretty much like get down as soon as you can, but once he got to the ladder, he was like walking or like holding shift or like crouching down just to check, and it's just like just get down if you're gonna go down. Like, see if you're gonna beat him there. Like, that kind of a weird situation.
So when he goes down, he should go down.
No, he's probably, yeah. But it was, I mean, listen, there were 3 players from LG there, so he might have died anyways, but if you get down and at least win that opening fight, either you have the information of what's happening for the rest of your team, you can pass on where the strength of the defense lies.
Yep.
He's got to commit. Do it half-assed.
Oh, nice. Another bomb plant. That bomb plant means, for most players, obviously did they invest anything actually in the rounds?
They had some P250s, that was about it.
Okay, so that guarantees 4 grenades with the AKs, which is really sick.
If there's a couple more kills that come out, and there's not going to be. Never mind. I take it all back. Go ahead. Go on, Dan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so the usual weakness of the third round buy, if you lose the pistol round, is that you have AKs with no grenades. But this bomb plant effectively means they'll have the ability to buy at least a smoke and 2 flashes with all of the AKs and so on. In fact, it might actually just be full
Kusa can have an ult.
That's amazing.
Is he going to go for it, is the question.
That's really... Their buy right now is so sick. Like, it's really, really good. And so the CTs obviously have to rebuy a lot of stuff to be ready for this round.
Yeah, this could be a very, very quick reset of the economy, which would be quite nice.
CLG are positioned very well here. They just have to find a good round. I think it'd be really good to like play a delayed round and try to get rid of the CT grenades, but they're going to go fast into the pop dog, and this time Ethan does go down. When he goes down, he's in there.
Yeah, he went in hard. He even went in with a teammate on top of him. He was at the bottom, which is quite nice. And we mentioned earlier there was a couple different ways we've seen teams try and start taking ladder room. That's one of them. The other one is just the glaive dropping a flash, which we also saw earlier today.
I just run down.
With your P90.
Or my sawn off.
What skin do you use with the sawn off? It better be the
Tentacles.
Kraken.
It's going to be the Kraken.
The Kraken is the best skin in the game, isn't it?
Tentacles. No, shark skin on the scout.
You're biased, though.
I like sharks. I'm a big fan of sharks. CLG, are they a fan of winning rounds? Because they have some advantages got a man advantage, you've got grenade advantage, and maybe soon positional advantage, or maybe not. Fusa took a lot of damage in that exchange as well, deploying a grenade, but he is surely... How is he still alive? How is he still alive? Showtime chooses to abandon ship. He knows that he may have an issue on his hands facing multiple players, but now he has the high ground, and CLG are sandwiched in the site.
It's kind of an interesting situation. They've sort of really misread this. Showtime in position, but it's Ethan and Ricky with the frags, so it's all okay in the CLG house after all.
How lucky is CLG to get away with the win in that round? That's incredible.
Yeah, Showtime. It's really a game of milliseconds. Well, maybe milliseconds is taking a bit too far.
It's a game of chess, Dan.
But Showtime's position, he was very close to having a sick timing on just winning the rounds.
Yep.
Yeah. Finesse only has 3 kills. Wow. Did I read that right? Oh, okay, I did. 9. It's 3 assists. I'm having a really bad day of reading stuff. Reading stuff.
Yeah, it's more than that. He's got 3 kills. Did I read that right? Yes. He's got 9.
He's got 9 for 3 assists. You know, that's not the first time it's happened to me where I've like read the assists as the kills, and I don't know why. That's only like a recent thing.
I wish you the best on working through it then.
Yeah.
I've had a really bad reading day today.
We'll see how it goes. See if I recover.
Ooh. He's up to 4, Dan.
So, CLG, with all that momentum now, they've done exactly what they needed to do.
There's mad noises on this map.
Yeah, traffic.
There's horns. There's the beeping of a forklift around the B-bomb site somewhere at some point. Beep, beep.
I liked the old noise cues. So it used to be like the trains are called Pop Dog because if you crawl in, well, I mean, I think it used to be a graffiti on one. But
yeah, it was because it was actually.
If you crawled under one of the Pop Dog trains, a dog would bark, and the CTs could use that as a cue.
I don't even remember that.
Same as this is on like 1.6.
I know. I know that, but I still don't remember that.
We seem to be going nostalgia today. There's lightning bolts as well as soon as the first person climbed on top of a train.
And Aztec when you cross the bridge. Yep. Aztec, of course.
Oh man.
Aztec
I love Aztec. I love Aztec. I'm so happy now.
It's actually kind of nice that they put that into the map design early, like that early on, right?
I think there was a compatibility update to Aztec yesterday, so maybe it's going to have an update this week.
Let's see if these players are compatible with Kista's AK, James, because he's about to go in. It's AK-47. He's still sitting on the train doing nothing though.
The longer you're up here, surely
something
likely he wants to get bodied. Oh. Such a long time to be up on that train.
Yeah. Yeah, good call from the CTs.
That's a big fight to win for Ricky. Someone's got to turn around and get this now, though. As soon as that kill comes out, you have 4 players on 2. You have the manpower to watch the flank, and Ethan's got it. All right. That was a big fight for Ricky to win, though, because it opens up the flank, right? The second angle to peer into the bomb site to potentially have those defenders wrapped upon. So it really narrows the amount of mobility they can have inside the bomb site, and that opens them up to everyone else. Well, boys, all tied up. 16-11, looking great. Looking good.
P250s are out for Lucidity. And a Dougal. Dougal. Do not look directly into the sun. I should be shooting as well.
I think what he was. I think he was like, oh my God, one's pushing. If there's more, I will get the second one. You know, I'll clean up what comes after him. And then he realized it was all alone.
Just a few players left. CLG though, they have 2 players who are tagged up, so taking it cautiously.
I like this too.
You do?
But not enough to buy it myself.
Looks pretty disgusting to me.
I don't like this one bit.
It looks disgusting.
Oxide Blaze.
Yeah, I like seeing it, but I wouldn't buy it.
I don't like.
Does that make any sense?
No.
I've gone back to the Hypnotic Desert Eagle, which was always my favorite one.
I've only ever had one.
I call it the Honey Badger.
Why do you call it the Honey Badger?
because it's black and white striped like a honey badger.
Okay.
It's sexy as hell, man. I started deagling again this week.
How's it going for
I'm
you?
back.
I've never been good with the deagle.
But I crouch spam with the deagle, so to get 2 meat shots in, and it works pretty well. I love the deagle. I was playing NA North American Counter-Strike this week, obviously.
How was it?
I was 30 bombing in most of my game. I can do that in North America.
All right, North America. You didn't have a reason to step it up before now. We found it. Well, here comes the op on Yell. Is this the first time we've had an op on the CT side?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause they got reset pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No op on the T side either.
I like that a lot. I mean, it's obviously great, but I just like fast, dynamic playstyles where you have good spacing, you got good trades. As a tease, everyone has the confidence to move quickly together.
Surely that's not the plan.
Or crouch peeking into an op.
Into the open at Ivy with all your utilities.
Oh.
Hello.
They still have maximum utility. This is
I'd say
a very good point.
Yeah. Why? Please.
Cool.
They know
Here we
there's
go
one more
again. Here we go.
They used the flash that time though. Oh wow, Yell is absolutely crushing it. He may even just find himself the ace in this round as well. It will be denied, but he's done enough. And yes, you have to question the lack of use of utility from CLG, who had a maximum amount in that round. Unfortunately, they will be unable to use it.
Yeah, that was just insane. And also, I mean, that's maybe where, as because we just had the conversation about an op on the T side, if there is an op, like, you can dry peek like that if you have an AWP to back you up, because you at least get that 1-for-1 trade, ideally, right?
Yep.
See if this works out for Hello. It's going to be the second engager. That's not the first time that they've made that they've done that setup. I think they did it on an eco as well, but I don't think it was activated, and it's done pretty well.
They even had a third player at that inner bomb site, so even if Cello fell, if there was any continued aggression from CLG, they'd probably get caught off guard by that third defender at the B bomb site. So pretty cool tactic from Luminosity.
I like that. It's also really cool because it's sort of like, if there is a really fast timing in A, they're going to be sort of punished by having 2 players pushing there anyway. So you might as well have the third to really commit. And if it's an engagement, you really crush it. I love that.
Oh god, this lookout Ivy is super deadly. And that's a red HV player on the bomb train. There is one more. There's a peek from backside. Cutler is still alive somehow, but not for long. Dream's dead.
That 16-11, it's gone.
To be fair to myself,
Yes.
I didn't expect to dry peek into AWPs.
Well then, both teams on the buy, 1 AWP on the server, which is, of course, with Yelt. Cutler looking into the sun, will deploy some smoke grenades, but where is the bomb headed? Is it headed for a split? The smokes may suggest a fast play into main, but that's not quite happening at the moment. There's bomb left outside Pop Dog, who still will make his way into the site, and he has been detected. The alarms have gone off, and dogs have been released. Released of dogs.
I don't know what the plan is on that, though. Now there's only 1 smoke left in CLG. They have no map control anywhere, so they were, I'm assuming, getting Goose out to lurk in the yard and then hit the inner bomb site. So at least they find a pick from Ethan here towards inner. They start throwing some utility, and they might consider backing off. FNS is already kind of slowly working his way towards top ladder, maybe just to check flank, because no one else is coming with them. There's 55 seconds left for them to do something. And I think it's just going to be a re-execute onto this B bomb site.
Luminosity ready. They're ready for it. 2 players in position. They've got Yell with the AWP there as well, which will be very handy. Actually on an angle towards the ramp. And here it is. Push will make its way forward. Showtime dealing with the first player there. Yell almost caught out of position, able to get out of dodge for the moment though as he looks for the next flick shot. But where will it come from? Right now it's fine though. His teammates have been through connector and they will assist.
Going to leave Cutler on his own. He has a Molotov and he's made his way up to the upper area. Cello though has a smoke grenade, so we'll see how long that lasts. The smoke is already down, so Cutler won't even try. Is he going to face though? He'll do some damage. He's not going to commit. He wants to stay alive. Pre-firing in case somebody flies off the ladder. CLG can and will buy in this round. Weapon can be dropped to Ricky, so Cutler can buy another AK and he'll do exactly that.
This is where I think I want to see CLG like pick up the pace, do some kind of like fast hit somewhere, be a little bit more assertive, a little more aggressive. Because
hold on, is there an AK in spawn? Because Cutler dropped, I'm sure he dropped an AK for Ricky, but Ricky's got a Mac 10.
Maybe he dropped for someone else.
I'm confused.
Okay. No, something aggressive, something to like set the tone would be nice from CLG, because Yell's gotten so many free kills and picks with that AWP of them just like walking, like Kusta last round, just kind of trying to lurk out mid. He's had that round at Ivy. He's getting a lot of free kills with this AWP, and you'd want to see them get into, at least get in his face, apply some pressure. This is a big boy play.
Well then, that's 4 kills.
All right.
I don't even know if there's any value in
The Mac 10.
yeah.
Maybe just lead the way, pop flash him through smoke, get a little lucky. FNS had to have spotted that player out in the open, surely.
Flashbangs around, makes his way through Ivy, but Showtime is there. And Showtime's got the bomb. And he's got a Superman advantage. FNS trying to do what he can, but that's going to leave Cutler with 20 HP, or what, 13. Now Cutler's dead.
Showtime's having a really good game so far. He's having a really good game. On the CT side in particular, he's been doing a great job.
He's putting some work in. He's doing, yeah, you're exactly right. Great triple kill from him. 14 to 11 now for Luminosity, and this T side from CLG has kind of fallen flat. Once the op came out on LG, it took a while to get there because of that reset. But once it's come out, there's no answer. That's where you'd think, like, they have Kusta, they have Ricky, they have these two very, very high-impact, aggressive oppers. And, I mean, at times, Kusta hasn't wanted to use the AWP. And even when he has, they haven't been able to find too much impact for it. So, desperate times for the CLG squad, but the Galil, of all weapons, is what's going to open him up in this round.
Galil, man, it's good. It's kind of, well, it's okay. And right now, Yell's in the tough spot. The thing is that he does have position, though. He's in a forward spot. He's able to open things up and misses the shot onto Ricky. That's really the one that you needed to get to see this have any possibility to work. But unfortunately, really, all that they can hope for now is to escape with the guns, but that's going to be made difficult by Kusta. Thank you very much. Showtime hiding on the stairs. Aggressive
Tactic. And actually, this is craziness. Look at how close this is in terms of... CLG's done a great job of keeping the economy low through 4 straight rounds for Luminosity. So this will be a round they're put back to the Stone Age just a bit.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They'll have a M4, obviously, on Showtime. These were great kills from Ricky. Really, really nicely done with the Galil coming out.
All of his guns should be called Good A. That would be really funny to me. I had an alt account called Brock Lesnar F5, and every gun was named F5. I was that guy, and they were all stock
skins.
Yeah.
I don't get the joke, because I'm not a...
You're not a wrestling guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it either, but I was just gonna let him have that one.
People at home, dude. That's what matters.
Did they though?
It's not about you guys.
I want you to name a weapon wooden monster.
Should name a weapon Brian Blessed.
AWP. You'd have to name it Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed.
But my Asimov is named If He Dies ... He Dies. Which is outstanding.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that.
Will CLG like the culmination of this round? Perhaps not, because the pistols have got off to a good start. 2 kills already, and FNS is down to 9 HP. Around the E-box, trying to create space for himself, but he will get launched into the sun. He will get obliterated. He will get ionized. Showtime, 1 versus 2. Has an M4 and a kit. Spots a player crossing. Ooh, spotted both of them.
He's already on 2 kills. He'd have to make it the quad kill in this round. He's been doing some heavy lifting at Showtime, but he's going to find his end at the hands of Kusta. 13 to 14 now as CLG are closing the gap to 1.
Close the gap.
That reset was so harsh.
It was. It's put the, this is and they have to like this is like a spot now where like Luminosity actually have to buy, but you don't really want to buy.
No, I don't think you can buy at all if you're Luminosity. I think you save one.
They could buy AWP. They could buy.
Why would they
UMP.
do that and ruin their money when they've got a round advantage?
Because it's 13-14, they can get more buys. Because the round loss bonus is accumulating as well. How many rounds in a row? So 2, so 3.
Where would they get more buys?
No, but if you buy here and you don't, if you buy what you can this round and you don't win, then the last 2 rounds that Luminosity buys, like say they want to buy in the next round to prevent CLG from getting to 15, it's going to have to be a half buy.
Yep.
And even if they don't, then they just flat out give it up and allow CLG to get to 15. So this isn't bad. The half investment you're going to be able to buy in the next round at 14-14.
I think this way gives them the best opportunity to win in normal time.
Yes. Certainly does.
Whereas the other way, I think, is with the score, where it is, would be a handicap.
I reckon they could do it there. They just need Norb. That's all you need.
We're going to chalk this opinion, Dan, up to your troubled reading today. The drop peak.
I like the Dexter reference on the knife, slice of life. Very good, very good. All 5 players still alive for Luminosity. Look at that shot from Cello. That was beautiful. Yol is on a slow flank, but he could do with speeding up a bit. Because he needs to get into position before he loses his teammates. But he's not really doing that.
I think at this point down the stretch, these last 3 players of LG, I wouldn't even really go for it. I would just try and get an exit frag and steal a gun away. Just because if you can steal an AK or the AWP, which none of this is happening, but if you can take 1 AK-47, then that can be a rifle in perhaps the last round. We just kind of highlighted the money issues they're having.
That's a good point.
Every little bit counts. Okay, so here's the buy coming out. The AWP's going to be in the hands of Yell. That's dropped over by Showtime. He's got an M4. They've got a lot of utility. Cello King they have 1 kit, which is the tough part. That's all they're going to have in this round. But they do have 5 smokes. They do have 1 Molotov, so they can sustain any kind of early or fast pressure.
Well, there it is, the fast pressure, and Yell. Not getting the frag is PKL instead, and Cello also doing some good damage here, just shutting it down.
Shut it down!
Very fast push with a very fast end, and not one that favors CLG. Luminosity with 15 rounds now as CLG, they have all the money to buy from, so we're going to see another full buy from them. Although, I think they've misbought because Finesse, he bought himself an AK, I think, when he could have, like, someone else could... couldn't have someone else support an AK?
No, it looks like Ricky could have.
I think someone did.
There's
someone
a gun on the
there's
floor.
one on the ground.
Yeah.
But because I feel like from looking at the money that there shouldn't have been someone with no grenades, but maybe I'm wrong.
No.
It's hard to tell because that screen on the HUD can lag and be misleading, basically. So
Right, yeah, because it looked like they could have had... If someone dropped Finesse, they could have had full grenades.
Yeah.
Well, I
Maybe
think if
I'm wrong.
anyone was going to drop for Finesse, it would have been Ricky, and he would have been light on some nades, but he would have had some. So they would have maybe had like an extra flashbang or smoke. This isn't. It's not bad though. They're not missing too much. Like any strategy that you're going to run with this, with 5 people with nades, you can do with 4.
Yep.
well then, CLG, now is your time to shine. Initial flashbangs and such. Seems there is some support for Kusta. That support will be by way of boost. 2-man setup. If I knew people were doing that every round, it's double nades, man. Double nades. Look at the time they do it on demo. Double nades 1 second afterwards. Smoke off main, get your double nades in.
Just waiting for the right timing now to go in. Looks like they're going to try to get this done with the good old set piece into A. But they've got no pressure towards Ali, so they have to somehow get out of these choke points together and successfully. In comes the push, and it's not going to be a success. All the attention of the CTs to the forward positions is providing every single kill they require. And now it's just Kusta left, and he's... this is not an ideal situation. 16-14 Luminosity with the W.
Yeah, that was a very nice half for Luminosity.